Worlds is a milestone in radio drama, not just because of the panic that it created, but because of the style in which it was produced, the news flashes, just basically introducing the main character in the first act while the world's being destroyed, and then focusing the second act on that character. It was a very good book to be adapted at the time, and to be updated for that period. And it had a huge impact because of just a number of different factors in society coming together. It's something that you can mention to just about everyone, and they'll know what you're talking about.
We're calling it an immersive experience. When people walk into the theater, it's October 30th, 1938. All of our people will be dressed in costume. We're going to have people out role-playing different characters from that period that we've created, and people might get interviewed by some local reporter character that we've put in. In the house itself, the show is getting ready to run. It'll be like people came to see this performance of the Frank Cyrano by Far Hour done live. So when they walk in, you'll have people laying cables and people running around with clipboards, making sure things are done. We'll have the host will come out and warm up the audience a bit. The band will come out and warm up, so you get to see some of the characters as they come and go. And might be some scripted stuff, I think we should change this line or something like that. There's all these things to get people in the atmosphere.
What our basic premise is this is what happened in Boston during the invasion that's being told about in the original Orson Welles production. But a lot of the dialogue coming from the original is just been given to other characters in many settings. I would say that roughly speaking, maybe 50 or 60% of the original is in ours.
And our collection of Foley toys come from all over, from the kitchen, from the garage. We build most of them. And after you've been doing this for a while, you start to get ear trained to listen for what makes noise and what it sounds like. Foley arts do not require any specialized training. I'm usually a voice actress, and I just enjoy doing this sometimes. And we had to come up with ways of making sounds seem like they came from a much bigger source. We have giant Martian legs that are actually two big pieces of metal, and they have to sound like they're huge.
Well, one of the most exciting things for people about our shows is coming in to see the live sound effects. Typically in the days of the golden age of radio, most of the sound effects were done by one, maybe two people, working with a huge collection of different devices. Not always the sorts of things that you would actually think being used. I mean, typically, plates and forks and spoons and stuff would be used for plates and forks and spoons, but walking on snow would be, taking two baking soda boxes and crushing them one after the other, which is, the people at home would never see this. But when groups started doing recreations in the last 10 or 15 years or so, they found that people loved to watch the sound effects being made. So people are always telling us that they just love to watch the groups the people doing the different sound effects and things that are going on in the background.